Hey guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House. Daytime temperatures here. 29.3 Celsius indoors at 58% humidity, and it's 33.6 Celsius outside. So the noise you hear in the background is the air conditioner, because yeah. So 92.5 out plus 46% humidity and 84.7 in. So I shut all the windows, got the air running completely off the grid. What I am planning on doing though is shutting off this entertainment section here, guys. It's a little too warm for me to be ripping and tearing down here today. So what I'm going to be doing is being in this area where it's kind of air conditioned, and I'm going to be getting rid of this wiring here, the majority of this wiring to my entertainment setup, and doing a full rewire of the tiny house since I have the walls opened up. And I'm just going to run everything inside the walls here, wiring wise. I think that's the best way to go myself. Now I talked to my good buddy High Tech Guy 18 Stu, and he said I can use just 14.2 residential house wiring, so I plan on doing that. Looks like the spray foaming did its wonders there, filled in a lot of nonsense that should have been done from day one, which is great. I think it looks, I think it's going to work out really well. He told me, Stu recommended chlorinated rubberized coating for, I guess they use it mostly in pools, setting up pools, and it's like a specialty thing where you can seal up, almost like, I don't know if it's an epoxy, or I'm not entirely sure on that, but he recommended that. Though I have to, I checked on Amazon and I can only get them by the bucket, not like a 5-gallon bucket, but just by a gallon, which kind of sucks. So it looks like everything's kind of sealed up nicely here. I wrecked my floor, which is I'm pretty unhappy about. There, and there's just some spots there. But I guess a little wrecked floor isn't anything to worry about when you have all the nonsense I had going on here at the Off-Grid Tiny House with poor spray foaming job by the company who did it. So really unfortunate. So I was able to find the disaster before it really did some heavy damage to the tiny house, and luckily the bleach seems to be taking care of all the mold. Everything seems to be working that way. So it was basically surface mold, guys. It didn't get to the point where it was rotting out lumber yet, or making the lumber punky, wet rot and such. So pretty crazy. Just a little update. I haven't used much of the water because I can't get to the shower, can't get to the laundry with all this stuff here. I think I'm gonna have to sell my elliptical at a total loss, like drop the price quite a bit just to get it out of here, and then that'll free up some more space. But for right now, the game plan, guys, it's August, or it's July. We have July, August, September, October. I have to get this place done before winter. And what do I mean by done? At least have both sides of the tiny house sealed looking like this, because I can't have the exposed metal in the tiny house, because that's the roof. So in the winter time, it's completely freezing outside. What happens when you go hot meets cold, guys? You get condensation. You have a nice ice water, got all these beads of water on the outside of the glass just pouring down, and that's what was going on. because the spray foam company did not seal every little inch of the metal surface, and really annoying, because now I gotta completely gut the tiny house to fix it. So you can see I'm real thrilled about the whole situation. But I'm very lucky there wasn't more damage, because basically it was only happening in the winter season. Okay, so, and also I wasn't in here full time yet, so the tiny house was freezing most of the time, so that's what probably saved my butt on damage wise, because if I was in here full time and had the heat on every day, the damage would have been a lot greater, a lot worse, because of the condensation. But because it was inside and outside temperature were fairly close, I think we avoided a lot of damage inside the walls internally. So that was kind of a bonus saving grace, but not really. And because I would have been like to get in here way sooner than what I've been doing, but I've been so busy with work. Guys, I've been working let's think about this. I've been working the entire summer, spring, summer, every single day, Sundays included, non-stop, up until the last couple days, today and the other day, with maybe a couple in between, but that's it. So I haven't had a break, vacation, anything like that. I've been just go, and then when I do have time off, I'm here working. So yeah, wonderful. So yeah, but because of the situation the world's in right now, I'm not too thrilled on traveling anywhere. I'm not too comfortable on traveling anywhere, and I much rather just come to the tiny house and chillax here. I could care less about everything else. Now, me and my family are huge on cruise ships. We love the vacationing on them. That's like the best concept going that I've ever seen. Beats going to a beach resort and you're stuck there. Nothing changes. The ship, there's always stuff going on. There's always new places to see. It's pretty amazing, guys. You don't feel like you're trapped or claustrophobic with all the people that they can fit on the cruise ship. It doesn't feel like that whatsoever. But the only issue now is with the new changes of the world that happened here with the sickness going on. It's probably going to affect the cruise ships quite a bit. I heard they're not going to be offering a lot of stuff now. Not a lot of the same stuff's not going to happen. So that puts me off at cruises, because why would you change something that ain't broken? It's pathetic, guys. So so for now, I'm gonna work away in here, figure out the electrical work. I was talking to Stu, High-Tech I-18 last night, just catching up with him. His aunt had a health scare going on, so prayers for her and everything. So, and while I was talking to her, or talking to him about her, who knows what it is. They don't know if it's COVID, they don't know what, but craziness. So anyways, I'm gonna fix this wiring mess, hopefully. That's gonna be a ton of work, guys. Absolutely ton of work, but at least I'll be air conditioned. I'm gonna turn this whole section of power off so I know what I'm dealing with, and I'm just basically gonna start ripping. Now the only issues I have is I need to keep this heavy gauge wire here available, because, well, this one and the black one, these two go together, positive and negative. Those feed the other end of the tiny house that go to a bus bar that then feeds my water pump for rain catchment. And if I disable that, we get a big storm and the level comes up, I have no way to pump it out of there. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that as dedicated going on. Thought I shut that off, but I guess it's plugged in at another spot. Whatever, I'll fix it. So my dad's next door. He's gonna be he's gonna dig out the 2 solar panels that came off of my roof that were salvageable, and we're gonna try to get them up and running for his trailer, because he's interested in possibly running his lighting off his own solar, even though I power I power everything in his trailer pretty much from mine. So yeah, you know, I was talking to Stu again, and he was I showed him one of the Patreon videos there, and he was pretty happy about the. Well, I basically told him I had the air conditioner on full tilt boogie, I had my usual 12 volt stuff on, and I was still overvolting on the battery. What does overvolting mean for the non-solar person? It means my batteries are completely full, even though I'm pulling huge load like a window air conditioner, like I am now, and other 12 volt appliances and such. Plus I had the battery chargers going for my tools as well, and I was still overvolting. That means my solar panels were producing so much power that the MPPT charge controller had to limit or stop completely the power coming in, because these things weren't doing a dent to it, which is pretty amazing, guys. Still amazed at that whole setup. So I'm gonna try to repair the tiny house. If all goes well, I'll get things fixed up finally the way they should be. If things don't go well, I will have to sell the tiny house. We don't want that. That's why I'm putting in all this free labor for myself, because nobody else is going to do it for me. And luckily it's not going to cost me a whole lot of money, which is great. I thought it was going to be nightmare teardown damage in here. It was surface mold. Surface mold is definitely treatable. Bleach. Actually I just went to the Dollar Tree and picked up 2 more things of bleach, Old Dutch, and I got some rocker guard from the hardware store right there. So 2 bleaches, and that lady still hasn't come back to pick up her wind turbine or battery yet, so yeah, hopefully before winter. The sooner the better in my case, then I can get rid of stuff out of here, because I'm right now, guys, I'm pressed for space. It's pretty bad. Oh, and by the way, guys, my stay over Friday, I just put the mattress down on the floor here. I made enough space. It was great. It was fine. That night I didn't need the air conditioning at all. It was one of the cooler nights, so I had all the windows open in the tiny house. It was Canada Day weekend, and there was fireworks going off again. I didn't film them this time, but they had quite a bit going off, and it was pretty good. So I better get my butt to work. I probably won't film a whole lot of the wiring, guys, because it's going to be pretty boring, me going like this with wires and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. Also, I can show you out here, my door is 3 bolts of the 4 have come out, and the nuts are come out. So I'm going to have to fix that and double nut each one of those, and it's quite annoying, but I really can't do it because I have all my stuff's in here, and until I get this wiring sorted out, it's not gonna happen. Okay, so for now I'm gonna kill the power to the majority of the stuff other than the air conditioning, keeping me cool in here. I won't have cold water because I'm going to kill that juice, unfortunately. But it is what it is. I have to redo this wiring, get it so it's halfway decent, and go from there. And the other thing I'm not too thrilled about is it's going to kill power to my temperature switch that cools down the wire for my solar setup, which is not very good. So I'm going to try to work quickly, I think. Actually, probably not. So I'm just going to click this off, and that kills this giant bus bar. And I have to go in through all this mess here, untangle it all, separate it out, and start getting rid of it, because not only is it a mess, but we're going to downsize to the 14.2 wire, and I'm going to downsize a lot of my loads. I have way too many high-speed USB charge controller or chargers in there. I'm going to probably drop that down to like one of those USB hub things that trickle charges the batteries over weeks at a time, something like that, because it's not really recommended to fast charge those lithium banks anyways. A lot of guys online have tested those, and they're like, yeah, you want to charge this as slowly as possible, so better not take a chance. So I think I'm going to take their advice and go that route. And that way, the bonus part about doing it that way, it's very trickle charges them very, very slow, but I can leave it on 24/7, and it won't harm the battery. It'll take its time, and hopefully the voltage drop doesn't damage anything when there's that much stuff plugged into it. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be a total issue, but we'll find out. So I'm going to get to work. Stop talking, Rob. Time to work.